Hi everybody. I'm just making a, sorry for clearing my throat there, but I'm just making a blanket. I believe the fancy term that is used is stash buster, question mark. But basically I'm just taking a lot of my scraps and making a large blanket out of it. Scraps is the wrong word. I have quite a bit of yarn in the colors I chose to use, and it'll look like I did it on purpose. The color choice, which I guess I did. But it's not what I planned to do with the yarn when I first got it. I'm using a, let's see if it'll focus. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. No idea what the brand is. And this lovely yellow yarn is some vintage TLC yarn in the color Butter. Gonna insert some B-roll to let you see how that packaging looks. And I also have this here. This is a Karen cake, I believe it's called. I'll put a picture in the video as well of the label from that ball of yarn. And I believe the name was Afternoon Tea, although we'll verify that when you look at the picture I took of the label. I'm not sure if they make that color anymore. It's at least a few years old. I figured I would just take you along for the ride for this blanket. I'm not using any sort of pattern. I'm just basically I chained enough stitches, I didn't even count them, to measure as long as I wanted for the bottom of the blanket. And then I just did a single crochet the rest of the way up. And that's it. So there's no pattern, and it's very, very simple to emulate if you're trying to make one for yourself. And I think it's going to be a nice warm blanket in the winter, especially since it's single crochet. It'll be nice and toasty. Well, it's been a few minutes. I'm going to just do a gentle reminder to tell everyone it's a good idea to do some stretches here and there, just to keep your hands healthy. Now, whatever stretches you prefer to do, just make sure they're gentle and they're something that you can handle without hurting yourself in any way, shape, or form. I am most definitely not a doctor, so if you're thinking it might hurt you, don't do it. I don't want anyone hurting themselves. Okay, so we'll go back to making the blanket. I figure an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? The idea that I'm going to use for this series is basically I'm going to do a row at a time. Obviously, I'm not going to film every single row, partly because I already started quite a while ago, and partly because I'm just working in a cushion for when things like, forgetting to hit record happen or things of that nature. Because I'm not going to rip out a row just because the camera didn't record. I would never get anywhere with that. But I figure a row at a time done in real time just kind of gives, a real representation of just how much time everybody puts into their craft work. Might be a nice way of having some company while you do your crafts as well. from what I understand anyway. The first, I don't know, a ridiculous number like 100 videos of a YouTuber. I don't know, I've heard them say that the people who give advice say that it doesn't matter what I do. It's just practice and learning, which is, I guess, normal. So I figure working on a blanket in real time is a good way to build up my, videos and possibly watch time if anyone watches this, and also just learning how to make nicer videos. So I guess thank you for watching, and like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next row.